Hello guys, my name is Chaz and welcome to my channel. So today, as per request by one of my friends, I will be reviewing another book from Wattpad written by Miss Jamille Fumah entitled Babysitting the Billionaire. So, as of now, I have 3 published versions of it and I have also read it in Wattpad. So, I can say that there is a bit of a difference from the published version and the version in Wattpad. So here's the first book. As you can see, it's a picture of the main character, Jumbo, or Terrence Montemayor, as he is wearing a tie and is this a 3/4? A long sleeve shirt and topless. The next one is absolutely topless with just a tie, just a red tie. And the third one is him carrying Rosenda, probably. Okay, so before I start reading the summary of these books, I want to tell you about the story of how I bought them. So first, I saw these stories on Wattpad. Actually, I wasn't that interested in the Montemayor series, and although I have read several books from Miss Jamille Fumah, like the ones where she wrote about vampires quite some time ago, but only recently that I have started reading her books again, and so I also bought these books. So the first book I bought for $185, and I actually thought that it was really short, or it was quite short, since I have read the Wattpad version and the book was just this thin. So I thought that this was the whole story and they just compressed it into this 212-paged one. But when I finished reading this version, or after I looked at the last page, I realized that it was not finished in one book. And so came the other books, the second book and the third book. So the second book, I bought it for $185, but it is a bit thicker than the last one, although they have the same price. So look at the difference. It's a difference of maybe less than a half of the first book. And the third book I bought it for also $185, but this one is thinner than the first book and is a lot thinner than the second book, about just half of it. Yeah, about half. So I'll be reading the summary of the first book. Where's the first book? This one. So, Rosenda is the breadwinner and the product of someone's terrible past. That someone is her mother, raped while working overseas, with a significant other in the Philippines waiting for her return. So, let's cut it here. If I'm not mistaken, Rosenda in the Wattpad version, the digital version, her mother was not raped while working overseas, and actually her father and her mother actually had a relationship, but maybe that's part of what they changed as they published the book. So I'll continue. Rosenda's stepfather loathes her big time. Her mother shows her no affection and often reminds her how lucky she is that she decided to let her live. But Rosenda is willing to do anything to make them realize her worth. With the height and attractive features of a half-German, half-Filipina, Rosenda easily finds a job as a promo girl. But fate will put a seductive twist in her life story. One ride home will change everything. A tall and impossibly gorgeous man will steal not only her sandwich, but also her heart. Rosenda is bound to fall for someone she barely knows. He feels like family. He understands her pain and longing to be loved. He will save her from the bad guys. She will call him Jumbo. He will trigger an unknown desire. And while searching for love, acceptance, and the truth, they'll end up playing with fire. Okay, so as you can see here, there's this big thing written in all caps for mature readers only. And yes, I did not follow that. I actually really like the story, so I ended up buying it once I saw it in the bookstore. So apparently here in the first book, as Rosenda was described, the story or her facial features were different from the ones in the Wattpad version. This is one of the few books that I think had really had many changes as it was transcribed from the digital version and to the published version. Maybe because the author or the publisher thought that changing up some parts of the story will make some of the readers buy it because they haven't read this version of the story. So I'll read the second one. Tired of proving to her family that she is worthy of their love and affection, Rosenda finally chooses to follow her heart, even if it means losing the people she loves most. Rosenda chooses to come back for Jumbo, a man she met in the bus, and saved her from being raped. He was there when Rosenda's family did nothing but take her kindness and unconditional love for granted. Jumbo might be suffering from a temporary mental illness, but he showed Rosenda the kind of love she was searching for. But as they start their new life together, away from the people who keep hurting her, fate will bring them closer to Jumbo's real identity. When fame, money, and power are already involved, can love still conquer all? When Jumbo remembers who he really is, will Rosenda let him go? How long can she play hide and seek with the truth? Okay, so I know from experience that it is not nice to spoil the books that much since you want other people to read them to know the real story, but since the book changed a lot from being transcribed, as I have reiterated on and on in this video, I could say that this is a bit toned down compared to the one from the Wattpad version. I don't know, but some parts of it are not as dark, since this book also shows the identity of Ruby, Rosenda's sister, and one of the other main characters from this Black Omega Society book series, wherein one of Terrence Montemayor's or Jumbo's friends is Ruby's boyfriend, husband, kind of thing. But that's a story for another video. So let's go on to the third. Also, this I've just read this now. I've just realized this now. So the first and second book had only English used only the English language for the summary, while the third used Tagalog. I don't know, maybe there was a difference. I don't know. Different publisher maybe, editor. 6 years. Ganun na katagal simula nung nalaman ko ang totoo at pinalaya ko si Jumbo. Si Jumbo na nagligtas sa buhay ko at dumamay sa akin nung para bang tinalikuran ako ng buong mundo. 6 years. Ganun na rin katagal ang lumipas na panahon nung pinanganak ko si Baby Kiro. At hindi yun alam ni Jumbo. Dahil malayong malayo na siya sa taong kilala ko noon. Jumbo is Terrence Montemayor, a billionaire and the leader of Black Omega Society Band, ang pinakasikat na banda sa Pilipinas. At dahil sa isang paraffle nila, muling mag-cruise ang aming landas. Ngayong bumalik na ang alaala niya, may chance pa kayang bumalik din ng dating mayroon kaming dalawa? Okay, so this book, this part of the book, or this book itself, was very different from the Wattpad version. I could say that among these 3 books, the third one had the biggest change, or most changes from the Wattpad version. So anyway, let me show you some parts of the book. So here you go. Where you go? Here. Binugbog? Tama bang narinig ko? Nabugbog na naman si Jumbo? At sa imahinasyon ko pa lang na nakita siyang pinagtutulungan habang pilit niyang ikinukubli ang mga gamot na kinuha niya sa kanyang mga palad, ay naiiyak na ako. So, this book is somehow told in Rosanda's point of view. The first and the second, I guess, are the first and the half of the second, because during these times, Jumbo was still experiencing his memory loss, and he had amnesia and all those stuff. So in the Wattpad version, it was not until the climax of the story did Rosenda say that Baby Kiro was Jumbo's son. All they knew was that Baby Kiro was the son, or he was introduced as the son of Ruby. And as I said a while ago, that is a story for another video. So all in all, I think this book is, although it's somehow controversial, just like how Miss Jamille Fumah writes, it has that tinge of passion. The way it was written was very nice, although in my opinion they shouldn't have cut or changed some of the parts written in the Wattpad version, because those were, for me, undeniably better. Okay, so moreover, I think that the books were beautifully made, physically speaking. It is kind of glossy, as you can see. The light shines bright through the and reflects through them, and the pictures here, the book covers were nicely done. You would know that they were taken from actual photo shoots, especially made for this video. I don't know, maybe that's just how ABS-CBN Books does it, since I've seen some of their books like this. I have seen the, what do you call that? I Love You Since 1892 and The Asymptotic Love Story. I don't really go to the bookstore that much if I don't have anything that I really wanted to buy, or else I would just waste my money on buying books, even though I already had the digital copy. So I hope that you've enjoyed this book review, and please follow the author Jamille Fumah, JF Stories in Wattpad, and please buy her books. I'm sure you will enjoy them. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell.